3 months after the deadliest work zone crash in Maryland history, loved ones of the 6 killed along the Baltimore Beltway are still searching for answers and demanding justice. Tonight, in our special report, Danger Zone, WJZ is uncovering new information about what could have been done to keep these workers safe. Investigator Mike Helgren speaks exclusively to the devastated children of one of the victims, and our team digs into why the state never placed a speed camera at the site that was so dangerous some feared going to work there.
In 5 seconds, the DiMaggio family's life changed forever.
It's crazy to not have her around.
It's terrible, because it's not just our mom, it's other people's dad, family member.
5 seconds. That's how long prosecutors estimate it took for an Acura they say was speeding at more than 100 miles an hour to enter an opening in the safety barrier, flip over, and kill 6 construction workers, including Sybil DiMaggio, whose heartbroken children, Nora and Dylan, are speaking publicly for the first time.
This has had to have been devastating for your family.
Yeah, it's hit us.
It's been a rough few months.
Just in an instant, your whole world is overturned. Nothing's the same. You don't cope with it. You don't move on. It's just terrible.
They say their mom, a veteran construction worker, found that particular site part of a major 19-mile congestion relief project on I-695 dangerous, unnerving, because vehicles whizzed by so fast.
She hated it. She hated working there because it was so, nerve-wracking for her that, something could happen so easily.
Those cars were going in excess of 120 miles an hour. When you heard how fast those cars were going, was it shocking to you?
Very shocking. I didn't even know cars could get that fast on 695.
What's a hard hat going to do against a car? Just thinking about how you feel if a car just comes just a little bit too close to you. When you're on the road, you get that anxiety. And then being without a car in minimal safety gear.
The deaths prompted a national call to action and multiple investigations looking into what happened and whether it could have been prevented. Prosecutors have blamed aggressive driving in addition to speed and say one suspect was impaired. WJZ's data journalist discovered the work zone where DiMaggio lost her life, where those charged were traveling more than double the speed limit, did not have a speed camera, even though it was eligible for one through the Maryland Safe Zone law, which has been in place for more than a decade. That raises questions about how effectively the law is being used to protect the vulnerable. Even today, there is no speed camera in that work zone.
There's not a speed camera there now. There wasn't one then. Do you think there should be?
Yeah, there should be. It was shocking to me to know that there wasn't one.
That is really putting themselves in harm's way. I've seen it.
We took our findings to Maryland's Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller, a transportation engineer herself who chairs a task force created after the Beltway deaths to make sure another tragedy does not happen, looking at a wide variety of solutions from more cameras to driver education and beefed up law enforcement presence.
Is there anything that can be done immediately right now to protect those workers on the job today?
By no means after this incident happened did everybody just call it a day. They looked at that and said, we all feel responsible for what happened, right? Our hearts are heavy with what happened, and we are making immediate changes.
Our analysis of Maryland Department of Transportation data shows only 8 of the 30 active work zones that's eligible for a speed camera actually have one, despite the alarming reality, more than 7,500 work zone crashes over the past 6 years, and at least 140 of them since the Beltway deaths.
Are you going to look at, with this area being eligible for a speed camera, why one was not placed there?
There was a thought process behind it, and it was determined that it was not needed at that particular location. But again, this is one of the things that we need to look at during the work group. What is the process right now? How can we make sure that every roadway situation that qualifies under the law can get these speed cameras?
One challenge, the law mandates the cameras must be staffed at all times. Still, Maryland is one of only a handful of states to even allow speed cameras in work zones.
Speeding is the #1 reason as to why these accidents happen on our roadways, particularly near construction sites.
She had a bit of a toothy grin.
Now, all Nora and Dylan DiMaggio have are memories of their mom,
And that's her.
sharing some of their favorite photos with us.
Is it hard to look at it, or I mean, it's still pretty fresh.
Depends on the picture.
Depends on the moment.
Yeah.
Depends on what hour
Day
it
by
is.
day.
They're breaking their silence to bring awareness to the dangers other construction workers like their mom face every single day.
And you know, I just hope people drive a little bit safer now. Because I don't want someone else to go through this, because it sucks. It sucks.
To us, she was a mother, she was everything. To them, she was just a worker. She's probably been replaced already, and it's really painful to lose that connection. Really painful.
Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Don't speed. Well, for more of our interviews and a look at solutions, head to the new WJZ Investigates tab at WJZ.com.